Hi all. In this video, let's learn about used debug value React hook. So where to use it, how to use it. So let's learn about it. So firstly, this is a custom hook. So at the left side, you can see this is a Vite React project, sample project. And here you can see this is use counter is a custom hook. So this use debug value should be used for the custom hooks to debug them. And this should not be used for all the custom hooks. It should be only used when your custom hook has a complex internal data structure to be debugged, then this use debug value will help us to debug it very easily by labeling that custom hook. And for the third party libraries or shared libraries, if you are using, those may have some custom hooks. And if you wanted to use that and if you wanted to debug that custom hooks, then this use debug value will help us. Okay. Before using this, you need to have an extension. So most of the developers may know that this React Developer Tools is a Chrome extension. We use this for the React debugging. Okay, you need to go to the Chrome Web Store, add this React Developer Tools to your Chrome. Okay, if you're not aware of this, how to use it, so I have done a video on that. I will put this in the description where you can understand how this React Developer Tool works with the components and profiler tabs. Okay, so once you add that extension, you will be getting this components tab where you can see how many components are there, how the React tree was structured. Okay, so here you can see we are not using the use debug value yet. So now if you see the counter is incrementing, but the counter is not giving any of the info for us. So what it is and what value it is, how it is incrementing, it is not giving any of the information regarding this custom hook. Here counter is our custom hook, but it is not giving any of the info regarding that. Okay, so to get the relevant information about this custom hook, what we are going to do, we are going to use used debug value. So how to use it? So it is available in the React itself, React library itself. So directly you can use this use debug value. You need to import it. And how to use it. So let me write the structure first. So the syntax. So this is a use debug value, and value is a one, and format. It takes two arguments. Okay, value and the format. Value is mandatory one we need to give. Okay, and the format is an optional one. So that's the reason I kept it as a question mark here. So this is an optional one, and this use debug value will not return anything. So it does not return anything. That is about use debug value syntax. Okay, and value is mandatory, and format you will not give. And if you give, so how React developer tool execute that format, let me explain you that. So use debug value. Okay, you need to put this use debug value here. So now I'm putting this as a count. Okay, just count, this is a value. I don't want to format it. So if I use a format function, so let me use this format function. So I'm writing an anonymous function. So how this format function works is it takes this count. Okay, and now I'm writing the counter component, and I'm just lock this value there. Okay, this is a formatting function I have used. So now what happens, see how it works. So whenever I inspect this component, whenever I inspect this custom hook or this component, then only React developer tool will call this formatting function. Then only it calls this formatting function. Till that point, for every render of this component, it will not call this formatting function, so that it helps us to avoid calling this formatting function all the time. So if it is too expensive, it's waste of calling this all the time. So what does it do? It only calls when you inspect this element. Okay, when you inspecting this counter uh, hook or a component, then only React developer tool will call this formatting function by taking this value, and it will call. So now if I click this inspect this, so then only it would be called, and that formatted value will be shown here. So here you can see internally like how this counter value is there and what value it is updating. So like that, you will be getting one step, like you can easily understand what is the data structure or the state it is using. It helps us to debug well. Okay, and again I'm saying this should not be used for all the custom hooks. It should be only used if you feel any of the component or any of the custom hook is having complex internal data structure, or if you wanted to debug the shared modules custom hook, then only this helps. This should be used. Okay, and this is just a label. Okay, for the custom hook, this is just a label so that you can get that label and that hook here, that information here in the React Developer Tools component tab. So with this, you can understand a bit and you can debug well as well with this information. Okay, of course, like we are trying to learn this with a simple counter example, but when it comes into the picture, like you can put this concept in mind and you can debug well about the state and other changes also. So hope you understand the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.